Hi, my name is Tomiwa and I'm Nigerian. I graduated from ALU in Rwanda studying international business and trade. And right after my graduation, I was wondering, like, what am I going to do next? Do I work? Do I gain some work experience? Do I go study abroad next? And then I was curious about what life was like outside. I started researching. And my mom came up to me and was like, hey, have you heard about AUS in 2023? And I was like, what is this? I started doing a bit more research and I was like, wow, this is like my dream country. A bit of background, I've always wanted to travel to Switzerland. I wanted to do that for my bachelor's actually, but it wasn't possible, it didn't work out. So I was like, yeah, it's for my master's, 100%. So I did a bit of research on the school. I, looked at what they had to offer in terms of courses and student life as well. One important thing for me is knowing that, the students are comfortable and happy in the environment that they're existing in, because you could study anywhere, but the community that you build, the relationships that you form, goes a very long way. Growing up in Nigeria, I was very sheltered, courtesy of my mom. She made sure that I, learned all the life skills I needed to learn. From an early age, she taught me about being a verbal, outspoken person. She made me go through classes, all sorts of things. And it also helped me adapt in like my secondary school, for example, where we had subjects that involved team building exercises. We had things like project presentations. We had tea parties where at the beginning or at the end of the term rather, would present all we had done during the term to our family, to our teachers. It was a very wonderful experience and it made me become the outspoken, courageous, I would say prideful person that I am. I became very confident in who I was and it made me want to explore the world. One thing that always rang for me when I was in my secondary school, that was in Green Spring School, Lagos, was that I existed in a global village. I didn't just exist in Nigeria, in Lagos. So anything that I did, anything that I planned to do, I needed to think of how it was going to impact the world in general. Having that background of knowing that the world is a global village helped me have an open mindset and a growth mindset. I was able to integrate very well with people from different cultural backgrounds. In my bachelor's program, it was a school with about, I would say 50 of the 53 countries in Africa. So that also helped me as well with knowing and understanding that other cultures exist. Other people from different backgrounds also exist. All of this combined allowed me to integrate really well into the Swiss culture. It was I wouldn't say it was different, but it was new. Meeting people, seeing how they, socialized, made friends, seeing how life existed and how life functioned here. It was very, very interesting for me. Because of how I was exposed as a child, I wasn't really like shut to it. I was like willing to do things and learn more and be part of everything, put myself really into everything that was going on. And I would say it's really helped me become a sub-Swiss resident. I hope to explore more as I go along my journey here, but like so far it's been really amazing. Arriving in Switzerland, it was amazing, but it was cold. I think that was the first thing that I actually noticed. It was really, really cold. My friend came to pick me up at the airport and then we went to the train station. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really cold. So I would say a bit of advice if you're coming, just a bit of, you should pack warm. And then upon getting here, I was about a month in, it was already about a month into school, so I was a bit behind, but I got into class, met my classmates, very wonderful people, very lovely. I remember being in the hotel and everyone was just offering me like, advice, directions, how to do this, how to do that, how to go shopping. It was amazing. What I miss most about home is the family and people that were around me. I had friends, or I have friends, they're not dead. I have friends, family who supported me every step of the way in everything that I did, and now it's just, they're a phone call away. It's not bad, phone call is not bad, but transitioning from being with them in person to just having to call them and having to align schedules is very, very heartbreaking, and I want to see them more and be around them more and just have their support and feel their love. Another thing that I really, really miss, oh my gosh, is the food. Oh my days. I haven't been able to cook Nigerian food since I got here for personal reasons because I'm being lazy. But aside from that, I really, really miss like eating different types of Nigerian food. I miss being able to go to my friend's house and just show up and be like, hey, I'm here, and they feed me like lunch and dinner, and if I sleep over, breakfast. And I just miss that community, I would say, back home. Yeah.
And is there a piece of home, something cultural or personal that you always carry with you?
One thing that I would say has helped me, with missing them is a necklace that I have. It's like the map of Africa. I feel like a lot of Nigerians should know this necklace. It has like the map of Africa, and it has like the different cities. And because I've been to a lot of countries in Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, it makes me just feel more connected to the continent as a whole and to my family back at home. What surprised me the most about Switzerland is how everyone essentially minds their business. Coming from a culture where everyone is in your business, everyone is trying to know what you're doing, where you're going, what school you're going to, what you're doing now, where's your career headed. It was a bit of a shocker, like everyone minds their business, everyone is doing their own thing. And to some extent, it can be a good thing, if you are trying to rediscover yourself as a person or establish your personality and become your own person without any external influences. It's great for you. But at the same time, community is important. So I think that's where the AUS community steps in. They provide that guidance for you. We have excellent administration staff, even our professors, who are willing to have chats with you during lunch, talk to you even like outside of their work hours, and help you guide, whatever steps you're going through. An example is I was working on a competition with a bunch of other AU students, and a professor I reached out to, Professor Eleanor, shout out to you. She helped us with, helped me rather with formulating how I wanted to approach my team members. I would say I'm a very proud person. I'm someone who thinks that my way or the highway, but she told me about working with other people, like conflict resolution, conflict management, cross-cultural communication. These are very important things that you need to learn as you become an adult. So I think, it's good for you if you want to become your own person, but having those people around you to help you, like show you that, okay, you need to know how to talk to other people, you need to know how to function as an individual in this space, it helps you become a wholesome individual. The one advice I'd like to give students who are hesitant about, traveling abroad or, coming to study abroad is do your research first. It's very important for you to understand where you're going to, for you to know who your community might be, and for you to know who you can surround yourself with. Know what they are offering, if their values align with yours. An example is here in AUS. They have a non-traditional way of teaching, and it's something that aligns with me very, very well, because in my bachelor's program, we had a lot of self-learning and self-actualization. And that also graduated into this place where, like, our classes, for example, are once a week, and you have to go back and do your research, study for yourself, essentially take ownership of your own journey. That is something that aligns with me personally. If it doesn't align with you, this might not be the place for you. But if it's something that aligns with you, then yes, I would absolutely advise that you come here. Another advice I would give potential students is form community. Community helps you, be not lonely. They support you through everything that you're doing. They give you advice. They cry with you. They laugh with you. They sit in silence with you. They bully you into doing things that you don't want to do. Not bad things, but things that will help you for your growth. Like, for example, me doing this video. Community forced me to do it. But yeah, they help you become a better version of yourself. So be open, have a growth mindset, Not everyone is your enemy. And also be smart, be sharp. Not everyone is your friend. Know how to choose the community for you. The world being a global village has made me have access to so many opportunities, and being here, I've seen and gotten to experience more opportunities, participating in competitions, having wonderful conversations with my classmates, and just thinking outside of class and even in class, and I'm looking forward to building more of that community. It's a global village, making use of my network, of the relationships that I build to make sure that I become a wholesome individual in a way that impacts my community directly and indirectly. I always say that a ripple can make a wave, so I want to use this opportunity here to be that ripple that makes a wave somewhere else, that impacts multiple people's lives in wonderful, spectacular ways. And I think being here gives me such wonderful opportunities to do that. Being able to travel to different countries, visit, experience different conferences. I think, it opens up the world for me, I guess. Cheers, guys. I'm a Nigerian maths. Can we start again? Sorry, I just blanked completely. What's the question? You have the questions then? Oh. Daddy, stop. Gangster, okay. And this is Tomiwa. You can call me Tom Tom. Signing off. Sayonara.